Hi, this is Paul Walsh, the CEO of MetaCert. This is a demo to show how enabling zero trust strategies for SMS is the best way to stop SMS scams that lead to problems such as the spread of flubot malware or other malware, as well as online identity theft and fraud. So I'm going to show you a demo of what it looks like from the perspective of traditional internet security as well as zero trust security. So in the first instance, this is a known dangerous link. So let's see what happens when I open it up in a desktop browser, for example. So MetaCert and Google block the same website. That's great. And let's see how that works from the perspective of an SMS implementation. In this instance, it rewrites the URL because we don't want a subscriber to actually click on a dangerous link and then go to a dangerous website. As you can see, it blocks it. But that's not interesting at all. And this is not going to stop flubot or any other phishing scam for that matter, because most of the time we don't know about the URLs that are being used because they haven't been reported or investigated yet. So what does that look like? Let's have a look. So here's a dangerous URL that I know about, but MetaCert hasn't classified it, Google hasn't, Microsoft hasn't, and no other security company has. So what does that look like in a browser? As you can see, it actually redirected. Let's see that again. This is the URL, but it's going to get redirected to the official legitimate post office website because I'm actually based in the US. And in this instance, if you're in the UK, it will actually send you to the phishing website and not the legitimate website because it knows you're located in the UK. And I've had that confirmed by a number of people in the UK. So let's just close that. So here is the URL that I found on PhishTank. This is a crowdsourced community. It was reported on June 21st. It'll probably get validated either in the next few days or potentially in the next few weeks and maybe even in the next few months. It's unknown, which means it's not yet validated. The domain, when you check who is database, it was registered in the past 7 days. So MetaCert has a service so that an unknown URL that's checked by our system, if it's created in the last 7 days, it will automatically classify it and block it as phishing in less than 1 second. But the problem is, whilst it will protect people from many phishing scams on SMS, it won't stop the vast majority, that service alone. Because if you look at flubot, for example, every domain used to trick subscribers into installing a malicious application, they were all registered at least a year ago. But still, it's a nice service to have for some of the scams. What does it look like when we send a dangerous link that MetaCert doesn't know about, or any other company for that matter, because it either hasn't been reported or validated? Let's see what that looks like. So click send. Again, this is actually on the T-Mobile network, and I'm not calling out T-Mobile because no operator actually stops these links. So when I click on this or tap it, it goes to a block page, a caution page, which says it's not authenticated. So even though this URL is not known to be dangerous, it stopped because it doesn't get authenticated as safe. And that's what zero trust is. Traditional internet security is flawed by design because it assumes every security system in the world actually assumes every URL is safe until it's confirmed as dangerous, whereas a zero trust strategy assumes every URL is dangerous unless it's authenticated. And that's very important, and especially important for SMS, because if we look at the timeline, let's say as a threat actor, it's 9 a.m. Monday morning, the first thing they're going to do is send themselves a text message to make sure it goes through the network and they can open up the link themselves. So that'll take about 30 seconds. The campaign itself might have taken a day, week, a month, or even a year to bring together, but it only takes 3 minutes to execute. So that's been successful. Now I'm going to broadcast either to 1,000, 100,000, or 1 million subscribers. Or as a threat actor, I might target a specific organization or corporation or an employee in a targeted attack on their network or customer data. So 9:05, broadcast the scam, And by 8 minutes past 9, 99% delivery rate, 95% open rate, and anybody who's likely to open the dangerous link has done so in 3 minutes. 11 o'clock, somebody reports a scam or a suspicious text message on social network, and the mobile operator asks them to forward the scam message to a shortcode so they can investigate it further. Whether that takes 1 second, 1 day, or 1 week is irrelevant. It typically takes 2 to 3 days for security vendors to investigate all of these threats, because as you can see from PhishTank, this was reported today, but I actually had to click through the older tab about 25 times to just get to this. So security vendors actually have a lot of URLs to go through. So even if this was stopped by 11 a.m., the second that the operator heard about it, it doesn't matter because the criminal has done all of their harm within the first 3 minutes. So anything that we do as a security industry after 908 is adding value to the world of security, but it doesn't actually stop any of the cyber attacks, not the vast majority of them. So unless we can stop new dangerous links within 3 minutes, it's not possible to use traditional cybersecurity. And again, when I say block within 3 minutes new phishing links, I don't mean links that we know about, I mean links that we don't know about.